Hello, welcome. I'm Diablo and today I'm bringing you my Game Week 6 Premier League predictions. So firstly, how did we do in Game Week 5? Well, we got 6 correct and 4 wrong, so not too bad to be fair. But the question is, who let me down? Brighton, they failed to beat Fulham, they lost 2-1. Chelsea, they failed to beat Southampton, they lost 2-1. Leeds, they failed to beat Everton, they drew 1-1. And Wolves failed to beat Bournemouth, it was a 0-0 draw. In hindsight, given how poor Wolves have been in front of goal last season and going into this season, I should have seen that was going to be a draw all day long. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So moving into Game Week 6, we are 26 correct, 24 wrong. What games do we have for our joyfulness this weekend? First up, 12:30 kickoff, Everton, Liverpool. And you may also notice I've actually put scores in. The scores are just a little bit of banter. I'm not very good at predicting scores, but I thought I'd put scores in as a bit of banter. The main thing for me is actually just predicting the game right. If I can get the predictions right, Bob's your uncle. Everton, Liverpool. Liverpool added a midfielder, which they needed. They've got a few injuries. Everton added a couple of players on deadline day, but I can't see past Liverpool, let's just be honest. Liverpool are going to win this one. It's going to be a tighter game than what I think most people probably believe, but I still see Liverpool winning in or just edging this one. Next up, we have Brentford against Leeds. This was a tough one to call because I really like the way Brentford play, and I think Brentford are going to win. It's that simple. So, Chelsea, West Ham. Chelsea managed to get Aubameyang in. He won't play for between 3 to 6 weeks due to the jaw injury. West Ham have added some good players. Paqueta, really like Paqueta. He's a fantastic player. I've wanted him to come to the Premier League. He's come to West Ham, so I'm super excited for that for sure. Do I see Chelsea beating West Ham? No. Do you know what? I'm actually going to say West Ham are going to get a draw. I think this one will be a tight draw. I think it'll be a really good game. I'm hoping West Ham will wake up and start playing some of the beautiful football, but they won't have enough to get the win yet. So I'm going to say a draw. Next up, Newcastle against Palace. This one's going to be a tight game. I actually quite like the way Palace have been playing, but I think Newcastle at home with Isak, who, what a capture that is. There's a lot of clubs interested in that young man, and they managed to get him. 63 million is a lot of money, but I think in this current market and climate, I think it's going to prove to be a snip. He took his goal against Liverpool quite well. I expect Newcastle to win this one, so it's Newcastle. Forest, Bournemouth. I can't see Bournemouth doing anything, to be honest. Forest at home, when they signed 600 players, they failed with Batshuayi at the last moment. They've got so many players. I said at the beginning of the season in my league table predictions that might cause them an issue. It clearly hasn't caused them too much of an issue. They've been playing good football. Yeah, they played a few of the bigger teams and hence the results, but I see Forest winning. It's that simple. Spurs Fulham. This is probably the one game on Saturday I want to watch more than watching Chelsea West Ham. I'm going to watch Chelsea West Ham. I'm going to be also probably having a separate screen up with Spurs Fulham because I think this is going to be a really tight game, and Spurs start off so slowly. They haven't looked as slick as their team should be. It's going to be tight, but I am going to go Spurs. It's going to be a tight game though. Wolves Southampton. Now I've always said Southampton have got a goal against them in them. They have. That's quite true, but Wolves can't score, so it doesn't really matter. So Southampton will win this one. Villa City. I feel for Villa because I think they're going to get battered. I really do think they're going to get battered. It's a shame because they bought Diego Carlos, which an interesting thing was for me, they signed him for like 26 million. All the bigger clubs a season before were quoted like 45, 50 millions, and that put people off him. But Villa picked him up for 26. Like, I can't see past City at all. They're playing too well. Haaland is an absolute tank, which we all knew. Everyone knew it. The only thing we worry about or concern anybody about Haaland is his fitness and keeping injury free. Apart from that, the boy's going to score goals. He doesn't need many touches. He just needs to stick the ball back in the net, and he seems to be doing that quite convincingly. Brighton and Leicester. Leicester against Manchester United. Apart from set pieces, with Maddison with a few free kicks, they didn't really offer too much for me to be worried about. I think Manchester United should have killed them off a lot earlier. A lot earlier. They had the opportunities. I'd almost say that United looked a little bit lackadaisical. They knew that they had an extra, probably 2 gears against Leicester. If you're a Leicester fan, I'd be deeply concerned about, and unfortunately Brighton are going to beat Leicester. That simple. Manchester United, Arsenal. Can Arsenal go 6 for 6? Injury concerns, injury worries. Dodged a bullet with not putting Odegaard into my Fantasy Premier League team. If you're interested in Fantasy Premier League, there's some videos on my channel. I'll be doing a game week reveal for that as well. for my team reveal, I should say. But this one, I think it's going to be a tight game, and I'm going to edge and sit on the fence and say a draw. As much as I like to see Manchester United win, on the fence and say this will be a score draw. It'll be a good game, but it will be a draw at the end of the day. So there we go. That's my predictions for this week. How do you think I do? Will I go 6-4 again? Will I go 8-2? Or will I get the magnificent golden egg of 10 out of 10? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know your predictions. Anyway, as always, I will catch you next time.